Yeah, I'm an AI, but I'm here to
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, the move, it's starting to become a nice move. There was a small rejection here. I'm not at all surprised by that. I opened up a late night long last night here. Because I like this area of support. I've been like knocking out and finding these really key areas. And they're all, you know, older levels. But it was this little guy right here, and you can see that that zone has just been so key, and it's exactly where we bounced from here. I saw that late last night, just before I was going to bed, and I just ripped open along, and it's looking good so far. We're starting to break out of this downtrend here, this local one, and I mean, God, you know, look at this, like. Just waiting to get swept or to break out of this, you know, lower range zone. We have kind of like maybe what you could call or consider, we have what you can maybe call or consider like a inverse head and shoulders, right? Usually when this is broken above, you'd look to, you know, break to the upside with some kind of equal force as to like what you would get from down here. So, you know, kind of what I would, on a safe assumption, no, we would look to around, yeah, 19. But we'll have to see. You know, I think there's a lot of space between where we're at now and 119, albeit there's quite a few key levels there and interesting things that could happen. We also have some interesting stuff at the lows too, right? So I'm going to go ahead and update my levels. We'll take a look at this. I'm really, really keen on getting some good trades in this week and in the coming weeks. Just really, really, really like adamant about this. So yeah, I think we're gonna, you know, we'll make some shit happen is my point on what I'm trying to say. What is today, the 9th? Yeah, the 9th. This is actually not from the 9th, it was from the 8th. All right, we're going to do some updating here. We're breaking out of this trend line. You know, ultimately, yeah, you know, this is going to run. How high it's going to run is kind of that's the question that I want to answer today and take a real good look at that shit. Yeah, I don't know if I need all these levels today. Still have to ask ourselves if we want to short here or not. It's tempting. You know, now I'm almost just probably would target here. But we'll see. I want to take more of a look at that today. Don't really need that anymore. Yeah, this is that area of resistance that is still holding as resistance. Let's get rid of that. I like that still. Wow. Both of these would have played out. That's hilarious. Didn't get stopped, ran it up. Didn't get stopped, ran it back down. Funny. We're getting rid of them though. Yeah, more ranging than expected from our original drawings. We'll just hang on to them. Why not? Oh, we're at the fucking monthly naked point of control. No shit. Interesting. Okay. This is the one that I care most about. Ooh, and I suppose the downtrend one, but not as much. Yeah, it's the monthly. Let me bring that back though. Local Elliott wave stuff. Yeah, we had the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't really have a count in this. This just looks like shit. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I think we can get rid of this. Horizontals. Yeah, there's some levels down there, I guess. Some important stuff here and there. I guess we can keep them for now. I think we can get rid of this. Monday range has formed. Let's draw Monday range. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love drawing out Monday range. It's really like sets the tone. Really sets the tone. Yeah, and price is looking to break above it now. Add this for now. Yeah, that's right where we are, that monthly. For August point of control, it's exactly where we're at. So we don't need this. We don't need that. All we need is the D open. Previous week. Oh, fuck. We bounced to the dollar off the monthly or the weekly open. Interesting. Monthly open, monthly low. Yeah, previous month high is the fucking high. Oh man, I think that this monthly range is going to be a bigger deal than I'm giving it credit for. So the midline is the monthly. This is the quarterly. The quarter. Yeah. It's right on top of the monthly is the midline. I like that. Hmm. All right. So gun to my head. Honestly, dude, there's no fucking way. No. No. I'm sorry. No. I refuse to believe that this is the low. I don't. This is not the low. Whatever happens here is going to be a retracement that we're going to come back and we're going to sweep these lows. I can't believe that that is going to be the low. And I don't know. Let's even see if there's a tail. Yeah, no tail at the lows. I don't think so. No, these are poor lows. There's not even a selling tail. No, we're gonna come back for those. So I think whatever pump that we have now is probably gonna be, you know, short-lived. Yeah, no, I don't think so. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Where does the CME gap go to? That little gap. Where's it at, mate? Where's that fucking gap? It's gonna be Friday 22nd, 3 p.m. Friday the 22nd, Friday 22nd at 3 p.m. Friday the 22nd, 3 p.m. and it would have been the open or close of that. Let me double check. I want to say it would be at 4 technically. No, it would be the low of the candle at 3. Okay. The low of the candle at 3. Alright, let's see it. Alright, so right here. Fuck you. We're gonna go like this. Probably make it a little better than that, huh? Alright, so say we break out, we fill the CME gap. Let's say, you know, yeah, let's call this a range, right? So where's my Q4 channels? Here we go. This is what I was looking at as the channel. Let's go ahead and extend this back. All right, so this is our channel. We broke cleanly below. Now we are looking to break above. Let's say that we deviated to the same amount. Let's just say like something like this. Yeah, we're gonna be looking right at that monthly. So it would be right at the monthly level. Okay. Let's say that we play to full target, which would be, again, if we were looking to do, be 1-to-1 or the 618. Okay. Is there a fucking level here that just stands out to me big time? Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, it's a good level. Yeah, I mean, it really starts all the way back here, doesn't it? God, why is this fucking rejecting here? What's going on? I don't think I need this anymore. Hmm. All right, I'm gonna update my journal here. I think there's a lot of you know, I think we have a pretty good indication of where price can go. Um, Taking a look at it, ultimately, what I would be looking for, I think that that's fine. I would be pretty stunned if, I wanted to short here. Yesterday it was a spot. So I originally wanted to short here. And yeah, we did get like a small move down and, maybe it could have made some money, but eventually it was coming back up. And that's why I didn't necessarily like the short. I thought that we're going to go a little bit higher. We have a high here, 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 and now here. They're all virtually equal. None have been taken out. So, really the thing that would trigger short for me is if price came into here and gained acceptance back inside this channel and, we'd basically trade back down to the low. I don't really think that that is going to happen, honestly. I think it's possible and definitely a scenario that I'm going to keep an eye out for, but I would say that it's probably more likely that yeah, this is the level right here. This is the one I like. This is the one I was looking for. This is the guy right there. That's a really, really nice level. This, more or less, I would expect. We have this local range down here. Okay, we have the Monday range. Fine. We don't really need it, honestly. I don't think it's going to be that important this week. But we have this local range down here. We've deviated the low of this local range. We've yet to take out the high. Since it's been being put in, right? You could say, oh, this is it, but the range wasn't put in at that time. Now we've put in the range here. So I do think that we're going to see some kind of a... What the fuck was that? Wow. Yeah, what was this dump? Look at this candle. What time is it? 9 o'clock? What day is it? Tuesday? The 9th? Yeah, there's no data that I see here that would have been released. Interesting. Okay. That was a high volume move out of nowhere for, I'm not really sure why. Wow. I wonder what happened. Or if it's just that time, I guess. Hmm. What's up, guys? I'm just seeing the chat now. Huh. Does anyone know if some news drop or something? These are really just randomly high volume candles out of nowhere. I mean, it could have just been turn of the hour. Is that true? Holy shit. Well, I'm reading it right now. I'm seeing it. I just read what you said. Hmm. Wow. Okay. Hmm. Well, pending on what happens, I guess it's going to be, whatever. It's tough to say, but similar to BTC, Ethereum's taking out the low here. We have all these equal highs here. I think it would be appropriate for ETH to get some kind of a relief rally, taking out these highs before then getting continuation to the downside. But I don't know. Maybe we just, I don't know. I mean, this feels kind of scammy to me, personally. Doesn't really feel like we're going to really dump out of here. Maybe we do. I kind of don't think we will, but I guess we'll find out. So anyway, now that, yeah, that's done with, I'm going to look at this a little bit more. So yeah, generally, like, how I would look at this is, I would say, I mean, really, where would I short? Like, where would I open up a short position? Here, let me pull this out quick. Jesus Christ, bruv. Salute. Give me a second here. What's up, man? So she did get back to you? Let's fucking go, man. Well, it's a start. We got to start somewhere. It's not like you don't just hit her up and all of a sudden she's right there. I mean, I guess maybe that happens sometimes, but I'm getting rugged right now, bruv. My long is getting absolutely rugged. Absolutely rugged city. Fucking lame, dude. Fuck you. Fucking just have to fucking... Oh, shit. Someone just did a 200 BTC market buy. Holy fuck. That's a pretty crazy figure. Wow. Yeah. Hmm. So liquidity, let's fucking take a peek here. Bro, are you actually just gonna nuke city down to my stops or what? Hmm. $106. Yeah, 119, 114. $114, 16, it goes all the way up to 17. Yeah, I'd put us right at this monthly. Say we get hit right on the monthly. But the CME fill is up into here. Yeah, honestly, we might just have to keep longing up until we get up into this zone, to be completely honest with you. You know, then determine kind of where shit's at and maybe trade it back down into here, something like that. But the way that I see this, let me look at where everything is here quick. Yeah, that monthly is a nice zone. Oh yeah, and we're in the hot spot too on a flip, aren't we? Holy fuck. This is a really interesting zone. Yeah, this is a really interesting zone. So here's my thing. I'm not gonna fade a breakout of this zone. All right, this is gonna be these are my 100% my thoughts on BTC, and I'm gonna explain them to you. This is exactly what I'm gonna be looking for is one of two scenarios. One, we break, deviate, acceptance back inside, rotate. With a possible wick into this area here. The other scenario is that this holds, and instead we look for a long, we, you know, trigger long for a move up into here. And it's possible that it just runs straight there. You know, my thing overall is that I'm not going to fade. What is it today, the 9th? Yeah. I'm not going to fade, let's say, if price gets a close above this level, a strong close. I'm not going to fade that. Like, this is kind of the dead zone. God, let me give you an example. There's a lot of examples of this for BTC. You know what? In fact, let's go to this chart. This is a perfect example. This was the dead zone. Range here, range here. We filled the volume gap, right? Pretty straightforward. Range here, range here. We're filling the volume gap. Again, pretty straightforward. If this is anything like this, you know, we should expect some kind of a breakout to the upside. Again, I would be cautious to think that we're going to have like significant continuation or something like that. I just don't really foresee that being the case with BTC. But I think that at the very least we can expect some kind of a relief rally. I want to pull up. I just want to see like where the 618 is and shit. Yeah, it's right around that fucking 19 level. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I would look for something like this. Hmm. Take a look at some other stuff here. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, these are all good zones. I think these are all good zones. Yeah, I like this for a short. I don't really know where, you know, we would take it to or how we would place our stop and stuff like that. So those are things that, you know, we're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, I like that area for a potential short. I think there's a lot going on there. Hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and update my journal, and we're gonna get this posted into the Discord. Yeah, I don't know. Price just doesn't seem like it wants to bounce out of here. It's at a pretty key area. I think it would be pretty fucking lame if it just like dumped out of here and didn't, you know, take out some of these levels. Pretty serious buys coming in. So let's take a look. Let's take a look here at our journal from yesterday and get this updated. You know what I haven't looked at in a while is order flow. Hmm. Hmm. Wow, it's a lot of shorts in there. That's crazy. No tails on either end on the day, but we do have a buying tail from yesterday, so that's a good sign. Mm-hmm. 113.6. It's pretty much where I want to close my position. Yeah, 113.6. It's a good area of liquidity. Say max high on the day. $14.5K. Max low. I would say that the low I'd say the low is already in at 41K point safe. My analysis from yesterday. For the first time since 125, H4 moving averages are rolling over into the upside. As you can see here, starting to roll over to the upside. This is the first time that's happened. We're seeing some crossovers. First time since the top, so we're seeing some rollover there. I think a week of relief may be on the horizon, but again, I'm not overly optimistic for the month of September and expect price to form a range. I don't think 107K is absolute bottom. It will eventually get taken out. 114 is a key area of resistance. I will look to short. Anytime spent above that level, I think will be short-lived in the event that price is overly bullish and makes a run for the 115 to 117 zone. That was my weekly analysis from yesterday. Let's take a look at today. Today, I expect the daily open to hold as support once the daily low to be safe and for price to take out the equal highs at the 113.4K zone up to 114.5K at the least. Acceptance above 113.5K zone would suggest that the CME gap up to 116.7K will get filled. I think it's possible. I think there's a high probability that price finds resistance at 15.7K, where I'd then look to enter an intra-week short. Damn. This dump's pretty lame, man. I'm gonna... I don't know. So far, the daily open's holding a support, but... yeah, decent closures above the trend line and some moving averages. Hmm. 111,800. Yeah, I could just try to sweep that. Pretty lame. A pretty lame move down here for me. Alright, well, this is the do or die zone right here. It fucking has to bounce out of this, or it's gonna be game over for my long positions. Pretty fucking lame, to be honest. I'm a little bummed out about this. I'm gonna get this posted to the Discord here. Very, very lame dump, man. Very fucking lame. Not gonna lie. It's kind of a bummer. Feels kind of trappy to me. But it has to resolve. I was hoping it would just resolve out of here and it'd be a quick thing, but yeah, this looks like one of those things that could take hours to kind of work its way out, you know, figure itself out, whatever it's gonna do. Pretty lame. Pretty fucking lame, if you ask me. Sweat Monday high. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna run towards Monday low now, ain't it? Alright, let me get this posted. And we're gonna hop off of here. Tyson has his stream tomorrow, so I won't be on. But I'll still post some analysis and stuff too for us. Let me find this spot here. Where's that monthly? Here, hide this. All right. All right. We had two pretty big walls filled. We'll go ahead and call it on stream here. I think that this is a good place. You know, we kind of got to let it run its course here. I would really love to see. I'd really love to see price hold this area of support and, you know, get a move back up above the daily open. And if it can do that, you know, and this was something of like a panic sell, a local panic sell, it would be really nice, and we could then see, you know, sort of that immediate continuation to the upside. I just have a hard time with you know, thinking that we're not going to take out some of those local highs. They just look so good for the taking. A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, this would be then a breakdown. Yeah, a lot of the volume is bearish volume. Well, like I said, we'll go ahead and call it on stream here. We're going to have to watch and see how this plays out. It's beginning to look like we are going to see some kind of a move down. Unless it can really recover in the next 15 minutes. This looks like it's going to be continuation to the downside, unfortunately. I think it's going to break up above this level. It's just a matter of how it's going to get there. You know, maybe it doesn't do it from here. Maybe it has to take out Monday low first. It's very possible. It's starting to look like that's going to be the case. There is kind of like a last ditch effort of support right here on H1. It's possible. I don't really like the way that the H1 is shaping up to close here. It's not really like a fucking great close. What it's going to boil down to is if there's relief here, it has to reclaim the daily open. If there's going to be relief here, it has to reclaim the open and then have continuation. Otherwise, it's likely going to do something like this and then come down and have continuation to the downside. So yeah, I'll be sure to update you guys with my analysis as price continues to develop. Tyson has his stream tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll be back on Thursday for the New York Open. So as always, guys, thank you for joining me and enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully we'll get some setups here going into the second half of the week.